Hey there guys, welcome to the show. My name's Tori. It's not your name, though some of your names may be Tori, but a lot of people try to get away with the name Victoria. And then they go, oh, look at me, my name's Tori. I'm the doyen of podcasting. I've been doing this for so many episodes that my brain has gone numb over time, space, and fucking planetary matter. You're not Tori, I am. This is my show. Let's do it.
It's Idiot Box Radio with your host, Tori.
Phew. Hi there guys, welcome to the show. I'm Tori, you're not. This is Idiot Box Radio. You can find the website at idiotboxradio.com. I say Idiot Box Radio a lot because it's my name and I own the domain at the moment. Anyhow, for a while though, someone actually had the fucking audacity to take that name off me and then try to bribe me in order for me to get it back. I waited like a motherfucker and eventually I got it back for $11 from a registered domain name registration company. As I promised on TikTok, and I did this a while ago guys, if you go to idiotboxradio.com you will find me on TikTok, but if you're not TikToking and you're just body rocking and you don't want to go to the town go shocking, all you got to do is subscribe, and I would do so. It's not hard, it's fucking free, and you can do that on YouTube. You go to Tori Idiot Box Radio. On Apple Podcasts it's the Idiot Box Radio Podcast. On TikTok it's just Idiot Box Radio. Why can't I have the same name for everything, I hear you ask? I really don't know. Technology, huh? I'm not on Spotify, though I do want to be. If someone knows how to configure that in a way that's fruitful and meaningful for me, I'll do that. Now on TikTok I promised everyone as a man of science I would talk to you about things that I've discovered and learned. And I have discovered and learned an awful lot, and I'm going to be sharing it with you right now because I think that you deserve to know. It's not a state secret, it's not a government conspiracy, though where the control is. Now, I've been reading about science because I want to put on a white lab coat and I want to go into a laboratory and create something terrible, but I don't want to go to Wuhan to do it. Wuhan, the home of coronavirus. So they say anyhow. Something you probably don't know, I live in Geelong, Victoria, Australia, even though I've told you this multiple times. Name's Tori, 50. How you doing? Not Tori 50. That's like an android. I'm just Tori, 50 years old currently as of today. As of October the 18th. Like, that's my birthday. You can email me any day though at idiotboxradio@gmail.com. Now, I live in Geelong, in Victoria, Australia. I think I said that once or twice, just in case you haven't fucking cottoned on. And I am a man of science and knowledge, and I try to learn things. I get to the point. I'm succinct. I'm salting fruit. I'm painting pictures, and I am getting to the point. Painting pictures with my words. A word is 1,000 pictures when it comes from me. Now, here's the thing that I do want to tell you, and I want to express my opinion to my full capabilities because now I'm living in correctional facilities. That is on Express Yourself by Dr. Dre from NWA Science, right? I want to tell you about this. Listen up, please. Gather around, kids, light a campfire and get some marshmallows. There's no such thing as sugar-free marshmallows, I don't think, but look it up and tell me if I'm wrong. idiotboxradio@gmail.com. Now, this is the ridiculous thing. As a man of science and knowledge, wearing a white lab coat, I live in Geelong, and there is are you actually just thinking to yourself by this point, just get to the point, you fucking stupid fuck? I don't blame you. I'm starting to think that myself. But I'll tell you something right now, and I'll tell you for free because it's fucking magnificent. In Geelong, we've got the CSIRO, and it's a government laboratory. It's down near the waterfront because, you know, scientists need picturesque views of the fucking Corio Bay and, the people in Geelong who make their way to and fro upon our waterways. I believe there's ferries now too that take you over to Melbourne being the capital city of Victoria, the state I live in. In any case, if someone was to blow up the CSIRO, and I don't want anyone to because, hey, I live in Geelong, Victoria, Australia, just in case I haven't said that already, I just want to let you know something very important, valued information. So, I don't know about now, but before they actually opened up for business, as in the art of looking at viruses, they let us in and have a look. It was fascinating. As a child, I went in there. I'm older now. I'm still immature, and a lot of people would say I'm still childish. But I just want to tell you, Zimmy Zam Zam, that I went into this laboratory and I had a look around. I made some observations and told them what I thought should be done. I didn't really. I just looked around and went, yeah, that's really cool. And I went back out with the several hundred other people that went through that day. They have got the most potent strain of foot and mouth, I think, in the world at that laboratory, that if it was to get out, we would fucking die, I think. I don't know. Maybe there's a quick jab that you can get nowadays, but I do know that at the time that was one of their big projects foot and mouth disease, seeing what caused it, seeing if people who brush their teeth with their feet actually are responsible for this. Tori, so unprofessional, laughing at your own jokes like a madman, but that is just the way it is. Now, point I'm getting to is, since then I've had an interest in science, even though I don't have the education to actually be a scientist. I thought I'd learn about quantum physics, and one of the things I did learn, and I want to talk to you today, is that obviously things are measured in different scales, and they go through. If you hear noise, it's because my fucking neighbours upstairs drag shit all over their floor all day, like they've got fucking hostages being held who are dragging chains across a concrete floor. I don't know what that sounds like in real life. Going back to science though, because I just want to be patient with you guys, is we've got atoms, right? And atoms, like the atomic bomb kind of atoms, well, they can measure that. Science can measure that, and they talk about, basically, atoms are about 100,000 times smaller than any object that can be resolved with the naked eye. Okay? So when they split an atom, that is when it fucking goes kaboom, because seriously, you shouldn't be doing that shit. As I think it was Oppenheimer, if I got the name wrong, I'll look it up. Tell you, said when they dropped the bomb, or whoever dropped the bomb said, what the fuck have we done? They didn't say fuck because I like to swear. They said something like, oh my god, what have we done? As they dropped those on Japan, which was fucking horrendous. But this has got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with war, even though I did serve in one. So we're now, the purpose of this show is to teach you about a thing called quarks. And I do want to tell you this because it's quite amazing to me even that in terms of being able to measure things, even with all the high power gadgetry that we do have nowadays, I'm going to tell you right now that we actually can't measure quarks. Now, the thing that gets me as a man of science and knowledge and of intellect is the simple fact that I do think to myself, then how on God's green earth do we give something a name that we can't actually measure? I mean, we've done it with God, sure. We've done it with Santa, sure. We've done it with the Easter Bunny, sure. We've named things that we can't see. We've named things that we can't fucking see. Now, I'm not the boss of these sorts of things, even though I should be, because I think the world would make a lot more sense if I was the one in control of it. I may be in control of one or two people. Not really, though, even though they listen to me, and I certainly appreciate it. And by you listening right now, you are one of them. Make sure you give this a 5-star review in the fucking service of your choice. Quarks. Things that cannot be measured, cannot be... They apparently know that they exist purely for the simple fact of how they affect hadrons, which is another unit of measure. But it is absolutely crazy to me, and I love the fact that they do this. But they are crazy things when it comes to the fact that we are now looking at, the actual building blocks of matter in the world. I was thinking back to myself, like, if quarks are so fucking small that we can't figure it out right, then it feels like a lie that we're actually applying it to everyday things, though it doesn't make it a lie because science apparently made it so. I guess we can't actually see air. We can see pollution in the air, but we still don't call it air, and you can pull it out of the sky and someone can actually make up the individual parts of it. But I was thinking to myself, so we've got a quark, can't be seen, can't be quantified, can't be fucking seen, can't be quantified, can't be seen, can't be quantified. And I was thinking to myself, what a fantastic way of sort of proving, thereby, that something that we can't see is real. And then I was thinking to myself, because my mind's in the gutter, what if someone had a cock so small that their partner was to say to them, you've got a quark. Your cock's a quark, therefore I'll call it a quack. And that would be a new measure of fucking dicks, where if it's beyond measuring, you can't get out a little tape measure, you can't do anything with it, you can't even fucking hold up a fingernail to this fucking cock. In fact, the chick would even say to them, your fucking quack is so fucking small that I can't measure it. In fact, my clit is bigger. A clit bigger than a cock would be justification for using the term quack. Not quark, but a quack, because it's a quark that's a cock. But this, therefore, hitherto, and this is where I'm getting to my scientific analysis, and I'm trying to get to the point as fast as I can, because by now you're probably sick and tired of me rambling on, even though I am juxtaposing points, and I'm actually making a whole great deal of sense. If you know what I'm saying. Hitherto, therefore. So, basically, right, the chick is still in love with you, even though you've got a quark or a quack. We'll stick with a quark, but we know it's a quack, but the quack is a cock. But not like Henry the chicken. Fucking chicken. Alright, so, Zimmy Zam Zam, Stan my man, get to the plan. This is where science plays a part. So, someone with a quark cock fucks the twat, right? They're doing it, they're fucking, they're sucking. Well, I mean, the girl wouldn't even know where she was fucking filleting. She would just have to go for, like, the smooth skin that's around the groinal area. I don't know if there'd be, no, there wouldn't even be a hole, really. You wouldn't be able to see a urethra. There wouldn't be any fancy tongue play on the urethra. Basically, then 9 months later, a baby falls out of the lady. Now, therefore, and she hasn't had sex with anyone else, even though she probably wanted to, but he was extremely good with other parts of his body, and it made up for the fact that he had a quack for a cock that's actually a quark, okay? So, baby arrives from the quark, the cock, the cuckolded man, and therefore I put on my lab coat and I start taking measurements, right? And this is the part that I was wondering about in that hitherto and therefore. Don't know why I say that. It often doesn't make any sense. But I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, the thing that couldn't be seen by the naked eye isn't quantifiable by any means at all, has somehow managed to make a baby. Therefore, it does exist. Now, it would be argued in that case maybe God is real. Don't know if it's Christian God, but God. Jesus does figure in most modern religions. I believe there's something big out there. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to pretend. I'm certainly not going to tell you what to believe, except for you to believe in me. That would be important to me. But here's the thing, right? So therefore, an unquantifiable quantity has created human life and thereby somehow possibly immaculately concepting a thing. So therefore, baby Jesus, like God, Mary, not like Run DMC's Mary, Mary, why are you bugging? But like, you know, Virgin Mary, right, makes baby Jesus from a quark cock that still managed to shock. I don't know why I'm rhyming tonight, but I'm sorry, it's PM when I'm recording right now. I don't know what time it is by the time you listen to it and by the time I'm finishing editing this, but it has been nagging at me for some time that an unquantifiable thing can get a unit of measure, the quark. And I just thought I should share the quark with you, but not the quack, because I don't have a quark or a quack. I've got a shock in my jock. But what are your thoughts on this matter? Do you think I've explained the science behind this well enough? So a quark is a measure that cannot be actually seen, but they know it exists because of the way it affects other things. So therefore, the invisible thing that affects other things can be measured purely because of its cause and effect on that other thing. Kind of like most modern religions. I'd love to know your thoughts. Make sure that you email the show, and if you don't, you're missing out. Go to Patreon, you'll see it. Go to idiotboxradio.com. Actually, you can become a patron, and I'd like to say thank you to my patrons. I really do appreciate everything you do for me. You let me buy new stuff for the show, you let me register my domain name, and most of all, it shows me that I need to keep on going because you guys give enough of a fuck to put your money where your mouth is. And if you don't, or if you don't have money because you live in a society where cannibals are shrinking heads, then all you got to do is simply follow, subscribe, like, and comment on whatever it is that you like to listen to me through. This show's too long for TikTok, so I'm sorry, TikTok. It's time to rock. I might cut down a short version of a quarked up cock later.